Get ready for high-stakes action, because Kendrick Perkins is changing his tune on the San Antonio Spurs after just one game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's officially rethinking his championship predictions, and you need to hear exactly why this former player is taking the heat for his sudden shift in opinion.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
The fallout from that narrow Game 1 loss is still heating up as we look at how Anthony Edwards made an unexpected return for the Minnesota Timberwolves, securing a crucial victory. We break down what this comeback means for the Wolves heading into the next crucial matchup. The battle plan is already set because the Minnesota Timberwolves have a punishing plan to dismantle the San Antonio Spurs. And we dive deep into how Julius Randle served as the Game 1 bully, relentlessly targeting Victor Wembanyama. And what did we actually learn from that painful Game 1 loss? We unpack the emotional roller coaster of the playoffs, the weird triple-double Wemby put up, and the deep questions about time and causality that emerge when the excitement fades. Don't miss the full breakdown. The San Antonio Spurs are facing a significant shift in outlook following their opening loss in the Western Conference semifinals against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Spurs suffered a 104-1 defeat in Game 1 of the series on Monday, a result that has prompted some prominent voices to reconsider their championship prospects for the team. Former NBA player and ESPN analyst Kendrick Perkins publicly changed his opinion, stating on a recent segment of First Take that he no longer predicts the Spurs will win the series against Minnesota. Perkins acknowledged his earlier championship pick, admitting, "I know I picked the San Antonio Spurs to win the championship, but I'm gonna say right now that I was wrong. And I'm gonna take all the heat that comes with it because they're not going to win this series. I know when a team has that it factor. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they got that it factor." Despite the setback, the Spurs maintain a path forward. They still have the opportunity to level the series in Game 2 before the momentum shifts to Minnesota for Games 3 and 4. The Spurs have demonstrated resilience as a road team in the playoffs, having swept both opening round road games against the Portland Trail Blazers. However, the Timberwolves are entering this matchup with high confidence, energized by the return of Anthony Edwards from a knee injury sustained in the opening round against the Denver Nuggets. In Game 1, Spurs star Victor Wembanyama recorded a triple-double with 11 points, 15 rebounds, and 12 blocked shots, though his shooting efficiency was low, coming in at 5 of 17 from the field, including 0 three-point attempts. The focus now shifts to Game 2, scheduled for Wednesday, as the Spurs look to fight back and attempt to keep the series competitive. San Antonio Spurs face a challenging second game as they look to recover from a narrow Game 1 defeat. The upcoming contest is scheduled for Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Betting odds favor the Timberwolves, with San Antonio listed at a 9.5-point spread. The Spurs will be facing a significant challenge in Game 2, where they will need to generate more offensive production to complement the dominant defensive performance provided by Victor Wembanyama. The team's outlook is bolstered by the unexpected return of Anthony Edwards, who has made an unexpected comeback from a knee injury to help the Timberwolves secure their Game 1 victory. Analysts suggest that the Spurs must significantly increase their offensive output to keep pace with the Timberwolves in the second matchup. The Minnesota Timberwolves secured a crucial victory in Game 1 of their Western Conference semifinal series against the San Antonio Spurs, leveraging a punishing physical strategy spearheaded by Julius Randle. Randle delivered a game-high 21 points, establishing a bruising tone that targeted the Spurs' key player, Victor Wembanyama. The Timberwolves won the opener 104-102, not through sheer dominance, but by systematically extracting the excellence from the Spurs. The strategy focused on physical attrition, aiming to challenge the opponent's will through body blows and sustained pressure, rather than seeking immediate knockouts. Randle's efforts were aimed at the gradual deterioration of San Antonio. The physical confrontation was evident throughout the game. Randle repeatedly targeted Wembanyama's body, stamina, and heart. This approach was designed to test the durability of the Spurs' burgeoning legend in a high-friction playoff environment. The Timberwolves' success was mirrored by defensive intensity from Rudy Gobert and Jaden McDaniels in the first round. And in this series, Randle was tasked with being the vibe curator, testing the Spurs' resilience. Despite offensive struggles, Randle's leadership was paramount. He embodied Minnesota's intent to wear down the opposition, and his performance was critical for the team's momentum. The physical intensity was palpable, with Randle engaging in aggressive post-play, including drawing fouls and delivering impactful blows to Wembanyama. In the fourth quarter, the Timberwolves found their groove, with a 14-2 run putting them in control. Randle was instrumental in this surge, scoring 9 of his 21 points in the final frame, including the game-winning drive. Randle emphasized the importance of his role, stating, "That's kind of a tone setter for the series, especially being a road team. For us to come out the way we did, composed, just playing good basketball." His approach was underscored by a distinct aesthetic, reflecting a return to classic, aggressive styles. The series' outcome raises significant questions about Wembanyama's ability to sustain performance under sustained physical pressure. The Timberwolves' strategy is designed to expose conditioning and composure, putting immense pressure on the Spurs. Ultimately, the victory highlighted the necessity of Randle's psychological consistency and aggressive mentality as the team's anchor as they push toward the Western Conference Finals. Following the Spurs Game 1 loss to the Wolves, marked by Victor Wembanyama breaking a playoff record, a reflection on the grueling nature of the postseason emerged. The author detailed the emotional toll of high-stakes basketball, describing the experience as an intense emotional roller coaster with extreme highs and lows. While acknowledging the poor performance metrics across the team, the piece shifted focus from game specifics to the broader existential questions that arise from such intense experiences, including reflections on time, causality, and the meaning of life. The author contrasts the intense, immersive feeling of high school sports with the reality of professional play, noting the difficulty in processing such emotional events immediately after a loss. Ultimately, the narrative concludes with a realization that confronting and processing emotions, rather than pretending they did not occur, is a healthier path toward healing and gaining deeper self-understanding.